today. And her name, my brother, my sister, is Surya. Oh my God, Surya. Surya was born, my brother, my sister, in Nice, Nice, right there in France. But it was rumored that she was born in Africa, on the island of Reunion, very close to Madagascar. And that her mother abandoned her under a mahogany tree, right there inside Reunion, near Madagascar. But we will find answers to why some people said that she was born and abandoned by her mother in Reunion under some mahogany trees, and was discovered by some people who carried her all the way to France. She actually was born in France, not Reunion. Her father was Ivorian, from the Ivory Coast, of course, and her mother was from Reunion. My brother, my sister, this class will last only 4 minutes. Surya was originally born Claudine. At birth, she was called Claudine. But her mother decided to put her in an orphanage in Nice, in France, because she couldn't afford to take care of her. And she was adopted by a French woman and her husband, Mr. and Mrs. Bonaly. They changed her name from Claudine to Surya, because at the time, these are the people I'm talking about. This is the woman. The white woman there is the adopted mother. My brother, my sister, and this is Surya sitting with her mother. My brother, my sister, her mother was originally from Africa, Reunion, and her father was all the way from the beautiful country of the Ivory Coast. She was born on the 15th of December in 1973. My brother, my sister, she was put in an orphanage, and the white woman you see here decided to adopt her. She and her husband adopted her. She is called Surya Bonaly. Her husband Bonaly was an architect, while she herself was a fitness school teacher and a coach. This is a recent photograph of the two, my brother, my sister. Here we see Mr. Bonaly and Surya. Surya, at a very young age, was trained and raised as a vegetarian. She was so fit. She was never fed with sugar, so she doesn't even know how sugar tastes. Surya, her name was changed from Claudine to Surya. And what does Surya mean? Her parents were actually Hindus. In other words, they followed the Hinduism religion. And they decided to take Sanskrit names, Indian names, and they gave her Surya rather than Claudine. She never ate sugar. She never ate meat, let alone pork. She didn't drink alcohol, not wine, not alcohol, nothing. She would wake up at 2 a.m. every day and run for 4 hours at a young age. Surya. Hallelujah. So she grew up as a very fit woman. She was involved in gymnastics, but she was more interested in figure skating. You know what figure skating is? Ice. You are on the ice on wheels and doing your own thing. That is figure skating. That's her. Ha, ha, oh yeah. That's figure skating. Can you see that? Those of you who are not hooked to us on Facebook, you need to do that so you can see her. Very pretty. So pretty. Look at her. And she was even able to flip-flop. You know what it means to flip-flop on the ice? To flip over. She was able to do that. She became one of the very first Africans to be involved in this kind of sport. And she did it with such dexterity, as you can see. Ah, whoa. Oh, la, la. Ah, whoa. Oh, this is sexy. She won so many awards coming up, silver medals and more. She was partaking in so many different competitions, and she was whipping them night and day until 1994, when she was 20 plus. I was 20 in 1994. She went for the All Europe Junior Figure Skating Competition, the Olympics. Oh my God. And look at what happened. She performed her best that year in Japan. At the end of the day, oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, this is crazy. And this was done in Australia. But this one in 1994 was in Japan. The French say Japon. You know what happened? The final result was that she and the Korean competitor, in fact, they were a tie. You know what it means to say a tie? They had equal marks from the judges. My God. Now the judges had to vote again after the tie to be able to pick up the person. That was where racism set in. All of them were white, and she was black, the only black contestant for this figure skating. Surya Bonaly. Her mother was there. They voted her out, and she became second. Oh my God. And then they started calling them out to come and take the award. And I'm going to show you a video of that. They started off by calling Miss Korea. That's her. They gave her the award. She refused. Bonaly refused to stand on the second platform. She stood on the ground. And then they came to give her award. Her mother, standing there, right there, as you can see, was trying to signal her, you know, to, do something. Now, this was the award. They were going to give the medal. They gave the medal out to Miss Korea, as you can see. The competitor from Korea. There she was, and the people were clapping and blah, 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 blah. Everybody knew that she did better than the Korean competitor. Now, when they went to give her the award, she refused to stand on the podium, but the man convinced her, talked to her respectfully, and said, please, we know who you are and what you can do. This shouldn't change you. Please step on the podium. And then she decided that she would take a step on the podium. Whilst the people were making noise and noise and noise, she decided that she would climb the podium. After they gave her the award, she moved one step up on the podium, and then her face changed. Watch her face. Very hard and very angry. Watch it. Crying. She decided to remove the medal, and then she folded it in her arms. You will see her holding it in her arms, all folded. Watch it. Whilst the people were booing her, yes, this is going to come. You're going to see her hand. Whilst her mother, her adopted mother, was watching, that's what she put in her hand. And her dress was actually sewn by her mother, Mrs. Bonaly. All the dresses she used, she had those sewn for her by her mother. My brother, my sister, they thought of banning her, but they couldn't ban her. That's the results. Sato had the same number as Bonaly, but the judges, look at the countries they came from. China, Poland, Belgium, Honduras, Germany, Bulgaria. None of them was African. And they voted for Yuka Sato and pulled out Surya Bonaly. Well, they couldn't punish her. They said she did it out of emotion. She went on to win other competitions. Today, my brother, my sister, she's a retired figure skater, but she made a mark. And she said, in fact, if she was white, she would have won all the competitions in figure skating. Racism, my brother, robbed this pretty woman of so much goodness. Today, we remember this great black woman. She's still alive. Oh, my God, have mercy. And we want to say, thank you so much for making such a strong impact as one of the very first Africans to do figure skating.